If we're going to cure codependency and become emotionally sovereign, we need to get clear on the difference between the thoughts that we are thinking about the feelings and the feelings themselves. So, those are two different things. There's the feeling, and then there's the thoughts that we're thinking about the feeling. The thoughts that we are thinking about the feeling usually make us feel even worse and keep us stuck in it. And that's usually what I will refer to as wounded pain or wounded feelings. They are our interpretations of the emotional pain that we are experiencing. And those interpretations are how we hurt ourselves, and also they could be inherited. Though they might be meanings that other people made about feelings or behaviors, and we took those on um, at a conscious or unconscious level. And it's very important to learn this and become aware of this, because if we don't separate the sensation from the meaning that we're making about the sensation, that can get us stuck um, in the emotion and not be able to let it go. So that's what creates suppressed and repressed emotions, is by continuing to feel those over and over again and not letting them go. And usually that's because we're getting caught up in the dialogue um, that we have about the feeling. So we have core pain and we have wounded pain. Core pain is the emotional pain that we feel just as a part of living life. So, helplessness. We are helpless when it comes to other people's thoughts, behaviors, actions. We're helpless when it comes to just, things that are outside of our control. And that helpless feeling is a core pain. It's painful, and it's one that we don't get to avoid, right? So, also, there would be loneliness. So, when we're wanting to connect with others and others are not able to connect with us in a way that feels or that is healthy or mutually enjoyable, I suppose, um, we can feel lonely. That's different from alone. Alone is a wounded pain. Another core pain is grief, right? Um, so we're going to lose things, we're going to lose people, and that is going to hurt, and we don't get to avoid that. And there's also a lot of wounded pain that we can create for ourselves around grief that can keep us stuck in that grief. Another example of core pain would be fear of real and present danger, and then also outrage, which um, is it like adult anger, like when we are moved to action to protect ourselves or someone else. And when we have these feelings, these core painful feelings, our job is to be present with them, to be with ourselves, take responsibility of those feelings, and to help ourselves feel better. Our wounded pain is the result of our self abandonment when we are not taking responsibility for our core pain and helping ourselves, holding ourselves, helping ourselves feel better. So, as kids, though those core painful feelings were too big for us, we needed somebody to hold us, to teach us how to help ourselves through that. Um, and when we didn't, get the support or help in a way that we were able to understand. So let's just say, like, maybe there was an adult that was there, but maybe they weren't teaching you in a way that you could understand. Um, we make these meanings out of that pain that then hurt us even further and cause us even more pain. And an example of that would be anxiety, depression, guilt, aloneness, shame, anger, the kind of anger that doesn't move you to, justice, the kind of anger that is simmering and boiling, and you know what I mean? Also, emptiness and jealousy. So there's the core pain that comes from situations that are just outside of our control. And then there's wounded pain, which is when we make that pain mean something personal to us. And we're not helping ourselves move through that pain. The majority of us who are codependent or experiencing codependency, we have a lot of that wounded pain. And the good thing about it is that's within our control to let go of. We don't have to experience wounded pain. And so it's important to be able to acknowledge the difference between, is this a core pain that just comes from a result of living life? Or is this wounded pain that I can let go of and I don't have to live with, I don't have to deal with? Also, the importance of knowing that if there's a dialogue going on with that emotional pain, chances are that that is wounded pain and that the dialogue is not helpful. We don't have to pay attention to that part. If you have questions about this, please let me know. Please include them in the comments, or if you feel like it's really personal, you can DM me. And I'll let you know how I'm able to address that question for you.